The first thing I did after being reborn was to witness my wife buying 3 expensive items at an auction. She spent lavishly because she was holding the unlimited black card I gave her, but she didn't know I had already frozen the card before arriving today. I'm determined to make her pay for her past ignorance and foolishness. In my previous life, I treated her with utmost care, but she saw me as a walking ATM. She even joined forces with her first love to rob me of my billion-dollar fortune and eventually kicked me out of my own home. It wasn't until I was dying that I realized I had loved the wrong person. Now that I've come back, I swear, I'll make that vicious couple pay the price. As soon as I walked into the living room, I saw the maid acting like the owner of the house. I was so furious I slapped her across the face. Then I saw my wife and her first love embracing affectionately. But when she saw me, she swore it was just a polite greeting and told me not to take it seriously. Her first love even mocked me for being inexperienced. I ignored them. I only thought about my mother's bracelet still on my wife's wrist, so I made a deal if she handed over the bracelet, I'd let all their behavior slide. But just as she took off the bracelet, her first love's son deliberately smashed it, then arrogantly declared this was the price of not letting them move in. The first love even insulted the bracelet as cheap street merchandise and started boasting about the heart of the ocean being auctioned tonight. He said he wanted to show me what real wealth looked like. Hearing this, I instantly remembered how they squandered money at the auction in my past life, and a plan to deal with them formed in my mind. So I smiled and agreed to go. While they excitedly went to pick their rooms, I immediately called my lawyer to freeze all my wife's bank accounts and prepare the divorce agreement that would leave her with nothing. Soon the auction began. The first love's son stepped on stage and casually smashed a $3 million piece of blue and white porcelain, then destroyed another national treasure worth tens of millions. The auctioneer tried to stop him in panic, but my wife slapped the auctioneer across the face on the spot and claimed she could pay for anything. They broke. The manager was temporarily reassured, but my wife had no idea that all her assets had already been frozen by me. When the heart of the ocean was brought out, she couldn't resist, raising her paddle again. Everyone admired her boldness, thinking she must be insanely wealthy to spend like this. Little did they know, her disaster was just beginning. Later, when the manager brought over the payment documents, she arrogantly told me to pay the bill. I immediately questioned her, saying it's one thing to please her first love, but why should I pay for it? Hearing this, my wife flew into a rage, yet insisted that it was only natural for me to pay. The crowd booed and cursed her. The manager urged her to pay, even called in security. The first love started panicking, but my wife threatened me, saying if I didn't pay, she'd divorce me. But she had no idea I had already frozen the black card, and my lawyer had gathered solid evidence of her affair. Now I had every reason to leave her with nothing. Seeing I had no intention of paying, she finally pulled out the unlimited black card. But when she tried to swipe it, she realized there was no balance left.